Tesla has also reportedly kick-started the production of the right-hand driven cars for Indian market in Germany. Based out of Berlin, the facility is producing and has a capacity of about 50,000 units, could be producing about 8,000 for now, and will serve as an export hub for the right-hand driven market cars like India. Newsline spoke to German ambassador to India, Dr. Philipp Ackermann, on the EV connection with Germany. Listen in to what he had to say.
Elon Musk Tesla is reportedly manufacturing right-wheel drive vehicles for the Indian market in Germany's Berlin, with about 8,000 vehicle cars that could potentially sell in India under India's new EV policy. How does this opportunity now bode for Germany?
It's a very interesting new law. We have seen it. We hope actually that this law is also valid for the German vehicle building OEMs like Mercedes, BMW or Volkswagen. That would be great. That is not only a lex Tesla but also a lex e-vehicle producing companies. But as you rightly say, Tesla has a big production site near Berlin and is producing for the Indian market, and that shows that there is again a very good link between Germany as a manufacturing place and India as a consumer market.
But how do you see other German auto brands like Audi, BMW and Volkswagen viewing Tesla's entry into India from a competitive standpoint?
Yeah, I think, but competition, it's all about competition, you know, in the business. It's not, we are not protectionists. They have to cope with that. They had to cope with it in Germany. You know, Tesla has built up its big production site in Germany. And they have to, you know, be very quick when it comes to, you know, offering good deals on e-mobility. But I'm very confident that the German car producers, with their experience and their decade-long manufacturing skills, will come up with good solutions. We have Mercedes in Pune that produces already now the first limousine, e-vehicle limousine, and that's the first German e-car in India comes from Pune. It's a rather expensive car, I have to say. I can't afford it, but it's a good car. So I've seen it, I've driven with it. So this is an Indian Mercedes, so to speak, driving with a battery.
Mercedes has allowed for use of Tesla to use its charging infrastructure in India. Is this another big opportunity in making the collaboration between Germany and US automakers for the Indian consumer, and that will help immensely?
Yeah, I think it's a good step to, you know, open up for the charging infrastructure. But you will see that, you know, the more e-vehicles will enter the Indian market, the more you need a working charging infrastructure. And actually, not unlike Germany, India is still a long way to go to get this infrastructure. We are starting to develop it, but it's countries like Norway, for example, have a much better charging infrastructure, and that needs planning, and it needs, you know, in a country as big as India, it needs really a strategic approach. But knowing my Indian friends, I'm sure they'll have it and they'll come up with a good solution.
A lot of crucial key points coming out of that interview with the Newsline's Aditya Kaul, where German ambassador has, of course, talked about the need for better EV infrastructure in India, but also talked about how he hopes that the new EV policy will also benefit German cars. They will benefit German cars, Kartik.
They'll benefit every German car which is selling its model for $35,000 and above, not yet manufacturing in India. Though I feel, you know, there is the point that the German ambassador has made is fairly significant, given the fact that if you already have a plant operating in India, would you then be required to make further investments to be able to import certain models of your car? I think that is the grey area in the policy,
we need more clarity
which needs more clarity. But obviously it bodes well for Tesla presently, because Tesla does not have operations in India, and to initially start selling in India, you're making a commitment to set up a plant. However, Mercedes has a plant in Pune. You have BMW's plant in Chennai. So these plants already make cars which are sold in India and perhaps even for the export market. So for them to now import newer models which are $35,000 and above, and many, if not most, of the Mercedes and BMW cars would be above that price bracket, would that entail further investment of at least $500 million or not, is a critical question that I think the policy needs to examine.
So we need some clarity on the policy front as far as that question is concerned. But the fact that Germany and India are partnering, and the tie, of course, is Tesla, which is making the right-hand driven cars at the moment for Indian market. Hopefully, first 8,000 will come from Germany, if not only Germany. But this will also ensure that the trade ties between between the two countries will further deepen going forward?
I mean, if we assume that all 8,000 cars are coming from the Berlin Brandenburg factory, in Germany to India, each priced at roughly about $35,000 or so, give or take. That figure comes to give or take about $280 to $300 million. Not a big deal. I mean, we are not even touching. We are 1/3 or just about a quarter of $1 billion worth of trade. But yeah, I think every drop pretty much counts. What is also important to note in this overall equation is the fact that the only investment that Elon Musk wants to make in India is not Tesla. In fact, he's also looking at Starlink, and it's just requiring some, I think, clearances from the Ministry of Home Affairs before the IT minister can sign off on the license which Starlink is going to get to offer satellite communication, wireless internet, wireless broadband in far-flung areas within the country. So I think Elon Musk's visit to India, likely to land in India this Sunday on the 21st of April, is going to draw up multiple headlines. One, of course, restricted to Tesla, and multiple functions there as well. So who's going to make the Tesla battery in India, for example? Will it be Panasonic? Will it be somebody else? Is Reliance going to partner with Tesla to make the plant? Is Tata Electronics, what is the deal worth for Tata Electronics to make semiconductors for Tesla? And in addition to that, how is Starlink going to come to India, and what are the kind of investments there?
And you're missing out on one very crucial key point which I read this morning, which is keeping excitement at bay as to where the showrooms for Tesla will be.
Yeah, will it be Delhi, will it be Mumbai? Absolutely. And I think a large showroom is expected to come up. But again, and most critically, which state is Elon Musk going to go ahead with to start the factory?
Absolutely. And where is Elon Musk going to start that crucial manufacturing? All those details will be out and about in perhaps a couple of days from now when Elon Musk visits India on 22nd of April. We'll keep bringing all those details for you here on Newsline.